and welcome to Anmaree's Workshop. My name is Anne Marie, and I love to make things with joy. If you like to make things with joy, you are in the right place. Please like, subscribe, and share. Well, this is my August makes video. As I said before, a lot of things happened. COVID, dengue fever. And so now I'm playing catch up. There were so many things going on. I was prepping for my sewing challenge, Sew Reversible 2023, which was wonderful. I was also getting ready for Dress a Girl. So there was a lot of things going on, and I am just catching up with all my makes video. I hope you like this one. Now, one thing that was happening in Jamaica where I live is it was so hot. I could not imagine wearing anything with sleeves. Our house is generally cool. There are fans, ceiling fans everywhere. This is Casablanca-like, but there's no air conditioning because you usually don't need it. But we're coming to the stage where we might. It was so incredibly hot in Jamaica. So I was like, well, I can't wear sleeves. So I got to come up with something. So in the midst of all the things I was sewing, I said, what is my favorite sleeveless thing to wear? And that's the Ogden Cami by True Bias. So I had an Ogden Palooza. So I'm not sure how many I cut out. I went into my scrap barrel and I got so many different fabrics, and I will show you it in my gallery after this. And I made Ogden Camis. And because I was also in the reversible mindset, I made them reversible. Because the Ogden Cami, let me show you one. So this is one of my favorite Ogdens. This beautiful silky polyester blend camisole, and I have pants to match it. I'll show it over here, I think. Well, the construction of the Ogden Cami depends upon this lovely facing that goes halfway down, and it gives the camisole support, and it also gives you, like, I don't know, it's something it does to the body of it, and I really enjoy that. And I thought, when I was going through my Sew Reversible time, I thought, well, that's not too far from going all the way down to the hem. So I created a whole set of these Ogden Camis during my Ogden Palooza that were also reversible. So you may have seen it. I think I did a short or a TikTok. No, not a TikTok. I did something with it to show all of the different options. And I will show you all my options afterwards. But what was wonderful about them is they provided two looks. And if one peaked a little bit out from the other one, it was okay, because if you made them in accenting colors, it's a lovely look. It looks like you added something to the bottom. So let me show you one of my favorites. So this is one of my favorite reversible Ogdens. You see how a little of the yellow peaks underneath there? I did not adjust it by upping the hem. I like a little bit of the yellow showing. So it is this beautiful Ankara-like fabric on top. It's a pattern, but it is made from that polyester, nylon, and spandex blend. So therefore, it's not truly 100% Ankara. But I did love the design, and I love the weight of it. And then the other is left over from this dress I made. And then this is the marigold color, or the yellow color, that I had left over from, I bought it from Mood Fabrics, and I was making the dickie that fit inside of this dress, and I had this left over. So the Ogden is very economical. It can fit on a lot of things. And so I loved it so much that I made the accompanying shorts. And here are the shorts. This is a McCalls pattern I will include below. It's my favorite short pattern because I am apple shaped. I love a short that has an elastic waist. So I wear that together. It was a lifesaver through the intense heat of the end of summer in August, and it was one of my favorite makes. Now to follow, I'm going to show you a selection of all of the ones I made. But I wanted to make special mention of this 4-part Ogden Cami that was inspired by Laura in my Friday night sewing group. Okay, now without delay, I'm going to start. I think I should call this the Laura. We're having our Friday night sewing club on Zoom. Link in the about of my channel. And Laura says, with her mathematical mind, she said, well, in reality, you can make 4 different faces of the Ogden if you're going to do it reversible, because you can have one color on one side, another thing on the other side, and since it's reversible, you can do one fabric on one side and then do another on the other side. And darned if I didn't just try and do it. And it was perfect. I packed it with me to go to Egypt because I always knew that I would have to cover for modesty, and it gave me 4 different things to display. I think it's a wonderful business staple if you're wearing a jacket or a cover up or a sweater or something like that. You can present 4 different camisoles. And sometimes, because how you do it, if you do it a print in a solid, you can wear it out. Because if the back is black and the front has a big pattern, it could be part of the style, right? Anyway, thank you, Laura. I enjoyed that. Oh, I forget. I may have told an untruth. I have another Ogden that I wore as my travel base to go to Egypt that I absolutely loved. It was so stylish everywhere I went. Now, you cannot be shy and retiring with this Ogden. This was the leftover fabric from an Ankara patchwork, which that's my dream. I love Ankara. I love to quilt. I love patchwork. Every time I see these fabrics, I buy them. I'll show you a few of them that I've done. Well, I had made these, one of my favorite McCalls pants with them. And I made this with the backing I used went with another set of clothes. It was this copper colored, or this russet color linen blend on the back. And it did double duty. This is it traveling. And I haven't worn it on the copper side yet, but I wore this on the way to Egypt, all the way through Paris, and I can't tell you how many people asked me about it. Now, it is not a shy and retiring outfit, but I'm not shy. I am retiring, but I'm not shy. Next make, you've seen it before in purple and green, but this time I did it in black and white. I did it in a true linen blend and a full black linen contrasting neck facing. It's one of my favorite patterns to make. It has all this ruching on the sleeves. It is such a look. I did this and the skirt, but I made the skirt, I took a length of a width of the skirt off so it wasn't so voluminous. I loved it in the green and the purple, and I can't wait to wear that to a special occasion. But on the day-to-day, I wanted this one to be a bit more casual. And I have worn the skirt by itself, and I've worn the top by itself, and I've worn it together. So this is what Pattern Fantastique's Harmonic set looks like. Now this next shirt I made, I finished in Ocheria's when I went on a small vacation, which I think I'll put out in the community blog this weekend. And I finished it, and I was inspired to do it. It's leftover material. It's leftover material from another shirt. It is bed sheet material that I got at Pings. And these beautiful buttons inspired me. And I got them from Temu. They came in pink with a tiny bee and a rhinestone around the edge, a jade, and I believe a cream. And I bought the pink and the cream, and I just absolutely love them. Now this pattern I've done before. This is the shirt I had before. My daughter has that shirt. But I have fleshy upper arms, so I had to, that was the only thing I did not care for in the first one I met. It was the arms were tight. I wasn't looking for them to be tight. So I didn't make any adjustments because of the big flounce at the bottom, but they were tight. The shirt wasn't for me anyway. But in this one, I adjusted it and I made the upper sleeve a little bigger to give me that room, that ease that I was looking for. And then I sewed, put the bows in place and everything. And this is what it looks like. All right, guys, so I know what you're thinking. How do you get all that stuff done and do dengue fever at the same time? Well, a lot of these things were made ahead of my trip to Ocheria's. I'm not saying you get dengue fever from Ocheria's. It's just I think that's the location where I got bit by the mosquito. It could happen anywhere. It's like West Nile. You could get it anywhere, in the woods, anywhere, walking around. It's just the luck of the draw. It's just I happened to get bit, and it was awful, but I came through it. And by the time I had that vacation in Ocheria's where I got to buy the fabric for my Sew Reversible challenge and get all those things together, it didn't affect me until like a week after. And then we were getting close to being into September. So September is really the bridge of August and September is really when I was sick. And so most of these things were made. So I was able to do handwork when I was in Ocheria's. That's when I sewed buttons on and things like that. So I was able to take some really cute pictures at the villa we were staying at. So thank you for coming along. I appreciate y'all so much for following me, because I know you're indulging me because I love to sew, and I love to sew with joy, and I like to create, and so that's why I make all these things. So this is my August makes. So I'm almost caught up, y'all. I just have September and October, and I'm in November, so you kind of know what I'm doing in November. It's quilt, 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 quilt. All right, so you take care and you sew yourself happy. All right, we'll see you soon.